Alrighty, so episode 2 of season 3. So that makes us our, what is it now? Our 22nd episode, I think.
22nd episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Do you just imagine until we get to like 30 and then 40 and then season 5, episode 10? That's like 50.
What if we get to like, wow. Well, I can't, wow. Man.
That's incredible.
That's really cool.
But episode 1, season 3 was honestly amazing. We had, both me and Ankit from the Leaving Footprints podcast, and it was such a great conversation, and probably by far one of our longest conversations we've had.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, we had so many different things we talked about. The Taco Bell rant. Oh my god, what a fun conversation.
That's great.
But make sure you tune into that, to the audio portion for that episode, because we really talked about some really important stuff on that one. It was cool to see, like, we took the turn we took, like, just based on the conversation. We went from like just like friends having conversations to actually discussing stuff that's really important, such as like following your passion. We discussed cancel culture, and yeah, it was just all over just a great episode.
Exactly. Yeah, but today in this episode, it's just kind of going to be me and Sankalp again. We have kind of just like these one-on-one podcast episodes.
Exactly.
So it's just going to be about us. But something that recently happened, I know that today is the 18th. Yesterday was the 17th.
Yeah.
And it was the Jake Paul versus Ben Askren.
Oh my
fight.
God, dude. Wow.
Did you see the news on it?
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I got to say is that I'm honestly low-key pretty happy I did not buy this fight. Like, I just like went on YouTube and just like found someone who's like leaking it for free. So yeah, like I didn't have to pay like the $50 to watch it, but bro, dude, first round.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. What? Like,
first round knockout, dude. That was impressive.
I can't. Oh my God. I actually made a Twitter just for the fight, right?
Okay.
Just to go and see what's going on. But dude, first round knockout.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah, because honestly, like I was gonna expect it to go for at least like a good like 2 or 3 rounds, maybe like at least like third round knockout.
I was expecting a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, it's crazy because I mean Ben Askren, he's like an Olympic fighter. Like this guy's got like medals.
He's an MMA dude.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
What shocked me was like the MMA fights that this guy's been in, right? He's taking elbows to the head and like knees to the head. He's gotten his face beat in by like professionals.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
How did he just get knocked out in the first round?
Yeah. I mean, especially like with Jake. I mean, obviously like Jake Paul's a great fighter. I mean, you've seen him fight and stuff.
Like I respect his boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, after
100%.
this, I have to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he talked his talk, but he backed it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy because like the thing is, he got like a really solid right jab. I mean, like there's like no hands up, no guarding, like just straight to the head. And for like for a little bit, I was like, maybe it could have been rigged. I don't know. But then when I saw the replay, I'm like, that was legit. It was 100% legit.
See, yeah, exactly. And like it was a good punch, right? But dude, oh my God, this might be one of the next big conspiracy theories. Who knows that he just rigged the fight to get the money?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I gotta say, like I've watched like Ben Askren's fight before Jake's, and he was also on the Impulsive podcast, which is Logan's podcast, Jake Paul's brother, and like he's honestly a really nice guy, super down, super humble, like he's not someone to like start like a fight or like he's like someone who's like even if someone like speaks like hate at him or something like that, like he's just like he'll play it off, like it's not something that's like gonna get through his skin, and like like he was like really, really confident that he's like, oh, like I got nothing against, like I'm gonna win 100%.
Yeah.
Like Jake only has like 2 victories. I've had like like a ton of other victories.
Yeah.
And just to see him just get knocked out within like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then like I know like there's like interviews afterwards with Ben and like asking him like, hey, like how do you feel after the fight? And honestly, he was still pretty happy. Like he wasn't like shook.
He made a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean like literally he said like, hey, like even though I got knocked out in a minute, like I still made $1 million. So yeah, for him like he still secured a pretty big bag. So yeah,
that's where like the people are like, oh, it's rigged, right? Because he took it just to take money, right? I think. Do you want to walk down the road and like break down?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's break down like conspiracies. We're like BuzzFeed Unsolved right now.
There you go.
No, but the like main thing that I found was that I think what Jake Paul is trying to do is he's trying to like bring boxing back, right? Like Mike Tyson said this, Snoop Dogg talked about this, Evander Holyfield, all of them, the greats.
Oh, dude, Snoop Dogg, like once he took down Ben Askren, he's like, dude, my 2 million.
Yeah, exactly. With Dana White, who said
exactly.
But I think it's just like he's trying to bring boxing back, and he wants to actually box like a real boxer,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
So what people are like, oh, this is just him building up hype, right? To attract a real boxer that he can fight. But I don't know, man. If like he put in work, I gotta give it to him. He really put in the work. I saw his training videos. He put in the work, and he talked. He backed it up.
Exactly.
Man, I don't know.
I mean, it's just like crazy to see, like, like even with Ben Askren, like how he just like wasn't like phased by it. He was like, oh, it's just like Jake Paul, like, like he's only fought like 2 people. Like Nate Robinson wasn't even a boxer. He was like more of an athlete. So, it makes sense that he got knocked out because he's not used to boxing since it's a lot different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like at least he got his money, so that's good for him. But I know Jake, even before he was calling up Ben Askren, I know he's been gunning for McGregor. So I think that's like his big fight that he's trying to get to.
One.
So I think that's like the reason why he wanted this fight with Ben Askren, was to like kind of prove to people that like, hey, I can beat someone who has like that experience, and
he wants the real fighter name.
Yeah, so that way he can get to McGregor, since I think that's his big one. And it's so weird to think about it, because like Jake's getting for McGregor and then Logan's going for Mayweather.
Dude, didn't Mayweather say he'd fight Jake Paul too?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I checked, because on his Instagram he said that he'd be down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dude, I'm a big Mayweather fan. Like I love Money Mayweather. Just for his boxing, like his defense is incredible, bro. The Mayweather shoulder. But man, dude, oh my God! Like I'm hyped to see that boxing is coming back into like this hyped up sport.
Yeah. And also, I know Logan, like he posted like the clip of Jake knocking out Ben Askren, and then he tagged Mayweather. He's like, "You seen this?" So we'll see. I mean, obviously, like I don't know, I don't think Ben Askren is like Mayweather. Obviously, Mayweather has.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah,
no.
I mean Mayweather has like a lot more respect, so it's definitely gonna be more interesting to see that fight.
Yeah, and Mayweather's like one of the greatest boxers of all time, right?
Yeah.
Ben Askren was a UFC fighter, that too, and he's like a very good UFC fighter. But like UFC and boxing are 2 complete different sports, right? UFC, a lot of people can depend on their legs, right? They can knock people out with the kicks. And they can use takedowns. Like Ben Askren, he was really, really good at wrestling.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So in an actual fight, like if they were in a back alley, I don't know what would happen. I don't know who to put my money on. But in a boxing match, I feel like he's really limited with just punches. But Jake Paul, I gotta give it to him. He won. Can't say anything.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, and I know for this next upcoming fight with Mayweather, like I know you're gonna obviously support Mayweather, but obviously I gotta support my boy Logan. Like I know he's the underdog in this situation, and I know for a fact like Logan's work ethic is like beyond anything. Cause like
I've seen, he's putting in a lot of work.
Bro, like when Logan says he's gonna do something, he'll put like 180% into it. Like I know the guy, I've seen him, like even just like see like the amount of work that he's put into his YouTube channel with like 400 plus like every single day. Like I don't even know how much like Casey Neistat's done, but like Logan's definitely like on par with Casey Neistat for the amount of videos he's uploaded. So definitely he's someone who will put the work and put the grind into. So so
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, so like I have faith for him, but obviously it's tough to say, because I mean Mayweather obviously like
But then again, I mean there's like this crazy age difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like Mayweather's like, he's not young anymore.
Bro, you know what Logan's like tagline is?
No.
It's like, for every day that passes, he gets 1 day older, and I get 1 day faster, stronger.
Yeah. I mean,
so
you never know.
We'll see. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I still wonder when that fight's gonna happen, since I know it's been like pushed back to like, I don't know, who knows? Because it was supposed to happen in February, but we'll see.
Yeah. I am hyped to see that fight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do like earlier on it was like the Anthony Joshua's of boxing, like in the near past, right, or in the recent past, Anthony Joshua and like Deontay Wilder, right, boxers like them, they brought entertainment, and they brought the fun to the boxing. But I like this entertainment route that people are taking, like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, just because I feel like it's gonna bring boxing back mainstream to not just sport fanatics, but to everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know Mayweather's excited for, the fight with him and Logan, because like even like in an interview he was like saying like, like who's a more like popular boxer than like, the Paul brothers. Like you can't really like name like a more, famous entertainer in boxing than, Jake and Logan. So I know he's definitely excited to, bring that enthusiasm into the fight. So
did you see the there's this upcoming event. I don't know if it's real or if it's fake. I saw it on someone's YouTube, or not on YouTube, but on someone's Instagram. It's like a TikTokers versus YouTubers boxing event.
didn't that already happen?
Did it? I don't know.
I think I think there's a social media event that happened like, pretty low key. It was like with like a lot of like YouTubers and TikTokers, like I think like what's that guy's, Austin McBroom, and like some of the other like, TikTokers and stuff that we've seen. So I think they've already had it.
Oh,
but,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about it, but I
Yeah.
think it's just more for fun. Honestly, I think that's just what it was. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just excited to see, like, cause a lot of people on both sides like talk real big. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
whatever.
but I mean, it's interesting just to like, at least, as you said, it's becoming more mainstream. It's getting a lot more popular.
It's fun
like,
to see.
Yeah, because like UFC and boxing, it hasn't been like, it's never been like, as big as it is now with like all these like social media people like coming into play.
Yeah, I feel like that's the main reason because of that is like boxing when it was really, really big, like in the time of like Mike Tyson,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Or when it was like rest in peace Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
The George Foremans, Evander Holyfield, you got the old school throwbacks, movies like Rocky
Exactly.
that made it popular, right? Or like Pacino, Raging Bull, stuff like that. That was the biggest
The hype,
media
yeah.
contribution to boxing.
Yeah.
But now with like TikTok, YouTube,
Yeah.
it's kind of like bringing it back and pushing it above that,
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it's finally time boxing gets its respect.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just super excited about that. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to talk about since it just happened.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, I was so surprised, dude. Like I
Like before the fight happened, like were you expecting like, Jake to lose, or like what was your thought?
I was expecting a fight. I didn't have my money on anyone, or like I didn't be like, oh, I'm going for Ben Askren or I'm going for Jake Paul. I just wanted to see a good fight.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. I didn't really root for either one of them. I just wanted to see fight.
Yeah, exactly. Like I knew both of them were like talented individuals. I just wanted to see a fight.
Yeah.
And
we got something.
Yeah. We got a bunch of memes. Oh, Ben Askren after the fight, he posts on his Twitter. He's like, "I'm sorry, world," right? Yeah. And Nate Robinson comments on the tweet. He's like, "Welcome to the club."
Exactly. That was a funny thing.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah. But I just I wonder like how many more like of like besides boxing, like what else is going to be like a lot more mainstream that social media influencers can bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Do you just imagine if there's like more like social media influencers like on cricket, and then they make like that like way more
Exactly. Yeah.
popular?
You guys should all like to any influencers, please, show some love to cricket.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's actually a lot of fun. Cricket is so much fun.
Yeah, it is.
You're an influencer, bro.
A little bit. Nah, I'm not like on that level.
You have 1,000+ subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
You're an influencer, bro.
Nah, I don't know about that.
You vlogged somewhere. That's
true.
like an influencer thing.
Yeah, in a way. And also with podcasting, it's also
Yeah.
somewhat of an influencer. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So who knows? Maybe I'll bring it back.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone just join ANISH'S cricket league.
Yeah, bro. I know Faiz. He wanted to create a cricket like a cricket club in Santa Cruz, CC Santa Cruz. So
Okay.
I know for him he wants to do it. So yeah,
Nice.
that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess for today I kind of want to talk about I guess stories about us that we haven't like really shared yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I guess this is a story time, but up
Alright.
here there's like a scar that you guys can kind of see, maybe not, because like it's kind of like gone at this point. I don't really know.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was definitely more prominent when I got it back in first grade. Have I told you this story or no?
Nope.
I haven't told you. Okay. So this happened in first grade. and we were all taking a spelling test. So this started off with a spelling test. So it was like, a good old Friday. We always had our spelling test like, every Friday.
Okay.
And, for the most part, I did pretty good on the spelling test. Like I felt pretty confident, but there's just this one word that I was like still a little bit like confused if I did it right or wrong.
Okay.
And this word was celebrate. So I didn't really know how to spell like the word celebrate because back then I thought it was S-E-L-E, but it's C-E-L-E.
Yeah.
So I put S-E-L-E, and I turned it in, and like my teacher was reviewing it and stuff, and she saw it, and like for the most part she was like pretty happy with all my answers. But dude, she got pretty mad at me for not like knowing how to spell celebrate.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like in first grade too, so like
Yeah,
at least
okay.
cut me some slack.
Yeah.
But she just got like really pissed, and she's like, like we have like 10 more minutes, like try to fix it. And I'm like, okay. So I like take it back to my seat, but I didn't know what to do because like I thought for sure that I spelled it right.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know what to do. So I just like had the paper with me for this like the next 10 minutes, and then I just gave it back to her, and then she was just like really mad at me or something. And then I think that's like when the bell rang, and then everyone was leaving the room, and then I got upset because like she was so mad at me. So I just like sat there in the room, and like everyone was leaving, and then I think the teacher turned off the lights, and she wasn't even like paying attention like if I left or not. And then I think one girl, like, she saw me, like, still, like, sitting down in class, and she's like, hey, like, do you want to come out? Because I think it was either lunch or PE that was next. So she's like, hey, are you going to come out? And then I was super frustrated, so I was like, no, I'm just going to stay here. And she's like, okay. So she closes the door, right? The entire room is black. Like, like, all the lights are turned off. I'm just, like, sitting there for, like, probably, like, a good 5 minutes, just, like, being upset. And then after that, like, I was just, like, slowly, like, calming myself down. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's not too big of a deal. It's just a spelling test. There's more stuff, that's going to happen in the future. And then I was, like, walking towards the door. I opened the door. As soon as I opened the door, my vision was completely blurry because I was so lightheaded, and I was like, because like the more you get frustrated, like the more you're just like feel faintish, like kind of like want to pass out, in a sense, and also I think I was pretty like dehydrated too. At the time. Like I didn't really drink much water.
Okay.
so I get dehydrated pretty easily, and my vision just like went completely blurry. I couldn't like see anything, and I took a few steps. And pretty much right there, I just fell on the ground, and I fell like on a super sharp piece of concrete. Like those pillars, like like in the hallways, like you have those pillars. So like on the bottom of the pillar, there's like this like square block of concrete.
Yeah.
And pretty much like I fell on like the edge of that concrete, so it was like super sharp, and it was like right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, like thank God that it wasn't my eye, because it was really close to my eye. And, like, I think I was probably, like, on the ground for, like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes. I got back up, and I was, like, still pretty unconscious. I couldn't see anything. And I was, like, walking towards PE pretty much, like, through that. And then I fell down again, got back up, and then I started walking. And then I think that's when, like, the teacher noticed me, and then, like, she sees, like, all the blood on my face and everything. She's like, oh, my gosh, are you okay? And then I was like, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I still remember. I still remember to this day that I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And as soon as I said that, I fell back on the ground again. And then after a minute, like, I slowly picked myself up, and then, like, the teacher was, like, kind of helping me. And then there's, like, some grass to the side, so she just, like, laid me in the grass. And then, we called, like, the vice principal, things like that. And then they called, my dad and my mom. My mom came. And then after I saw my mom, I think like I, blacked out, passed out pretty much. And then the next thing I just like woke up in the hospital, and they gave me like 12 stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause actually like it was a lot bigger. It was like from like here to like there.
Okay.
Yeah. But then now it's just like 12, like it's just like a mini like thing right there. So yeah, but it was a pretty traumatic experience.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Wow. So like y'all didn't have a nurse or anything in the school?
Not really, no.
You guys didn't have a school nurse?
I mean, like, just, like, the vice principal came, and she just, like, wanted to make sure, like, if I still had my consciousness. So she, like, asked me, like, hey, like, do you know your name? And I, like, said my name. And she's like, do you know your, your parents' names and stuff? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay, let me see if I can try to contact them. But, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, there wasn't really, like, anyone to come and, like, there wasn't really anyone there.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm just realizing that right now.
You guys don't have a school nurse? What?
Yeah, I don't know.
What elementary school is this, bro? We had a nurse.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, my condition was, like, pretty big. I mean, I feel like for a nurse, like, they'll give you, like, a Band-Aid and stuff, or, like, I don't know, like...
But at least it's, like, someone professional to, like, look at it, right? Yeah. I feel like, every elementary school at least has to have a nurse, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's like a very accident-prone thing. Like, people are always getting hurt in my school.
Yeah, exactly.
So we just had a nurse.
Yeah. Yeah, I never realized that at first, but yeah, like the nurse did not come. Yeah, it was just the principal and vice principal.
Maybe she was
Maybe
busy
yeah,
with
maybe she
someone
was
else.
busy with someone else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know. So that's just weird. Like
Yeah.
if you're cut on your forehead, that's a pretty dangerous cut. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like a nurse should be there. You know, just wow.
Yeah.
What?
But the lesson that I got from that was that I need to drink more water and I can't be dehydrated.
Yeah, and also to spell celebrate with C.
Yeah, there you go. Anytime I see that word, I'm like, ooh.
Every time he's just like
Just
you know how
trauma.
Harry Potter, every time he's near Voldemort, like the
His
mark.
heart just becomes-
Every time he spells celebrate, your forehead just starts
Yeah.
throbbing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like when I was in the hospitals, like everyone was like, hey, like now you're Harry Potter, you got your own scar. And I'm like, I don't really care. But okay.
He's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Not the way I wanted the scar, but alright, we'll take it.
Mm.
Man, what a nice story.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to think about it, but yeah, I mean, that happened like so many years ago too. Like, that was
Yeah.
in first grade.
Yeah. Also, like the thing, in a lot of like stories, right, that are like traumatic or like they involve something in which you're hurt. You remember like the smallest details, right?
Yeah.
Like details which you probably like they don't matter at all, but you still remember. Like you're remembering your
Like how many times I fell down and like, oh, I'm okay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering if you have like any stories like that.
Oh, I have a lot of stories like that, dude. Where do you want to start? You want to start extreme? Do you want to start near death, or do you want to start close to like just injuries?
We'll go. Just go. Well, like what's like your like worst injury and then like till death, whatever it is. Like.
Okay, so do you want me to start with the till death
Yeah,
one?
sure. Go
Okay. So this happened just a few years ago. 2019, I think 2019. No, 2018. Sorry, 2018. Do you know what Mount Whitney is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the highest point in
Yeah.
all of the North America,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So my dad had it's on his bucket list to hike that, right? And he took me and my brother. And the first time we went was in 2016. We went there, and I was a freshman in high school, right? I had just come into high school. Well, it was the summer from 8th grade into freshman year. So we went. I had no idea how difficult of a hike it was, right? Dude, it's such a difficult hike. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So we're walking up there like we have 20-pound backpacks on, right? I'm pretty overweight. I'm pretty out of shape, just to be honest. But we go up there, like we get to halfway, right? By halfway, it's around 13 something miles, right? And it's all incline, no decline whatsoever. It's just all incline. The oxygen already is like cut off, right? Like you have very little oxygen, and I had never experienced that before. So I got altitude sickness, so we had to turn around and come back.
Yeah.
Second time we go up, it's snowing, like it's just snow, and in order to get up, we climbed around a mile in the snow. Like we hiked a mile in the snow. Oh my god, dude, that's one of the worst feelings ever.
Dang.
Right? Because like snow makes everything heavy,
Yeah.
right? And we already have 20-pound backpacks
Exactly.
on us.
Yeah.
So we just decided it'd be safe to just turn around and go back down.
Mm-hmm.
So second time we go, doesn't happen, right? And this happened a year after the first time. You have to wait like a solid year.
Yeah.
Third time we go, I'm in junior year. I'm not in shape, but I'm not horrifyingly bad. I know what the altitude's like. My body's used to it. So we go up, and this time I'm like determined. I'm like I gotta make it. Just because I like. What's the funny story? My main motivation was I never want to come here again.
So you just want to get it.
Yeah, I just want to get it done with because I know my dad.
Mm.
I know how my dad is. My dad's like, if it doesn't he's not gonna continue. Like he's not gonna quit, right? And that's how he raised me and my brother. He's like, you're not gonna quit.
Yeah.
You're gonna continue coming here every single year, until we finally get it,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, I'm not trying to spend my summer doing this, right? So I'm like, I just have to get it. So we go up. This is we get past half point, and then there's this thing called 99 switchbacks. Do you know what a switchback is?
No.
Okay, so it's basically it it's when you're going up a mountain, instead of going straight up, just because it's like the incline is like
steep,
this, straight like that, they make zigzags
okay.
up the mountain, so you just have to walk them. So it's 99 total of those, right? And you're already like 20 something miles in, right? Like you're not 20, but you're already a lot of miles in, so you're pretty washed, right? The altitude starts kicking in. We make it past the 99 switchbacks, and then we're like, all right, we're there. You know, we're close. We asked one person who's on the way back, like, how far are we? He's like, oh, you're like 20 minutes away. Walk for an hour. We weren't 20 minutes away, bro. We're still very far from the top.
Yeah.
Right? So then the altitude starts kicking in and just fatigue, because you are worn out.
Yeah.
But then when you get to the closer to the top, there's a portion where it's just one rock. It's a line of rocks.
Okay.
All right. So, and the rocks are about like the length of this table, right? So this right here is the size of a rock. Okay. So you can put your actually no, it's about this big. Okay. So you can put So you can put your feet here, and you have a 20-pound bag, filled with water and whatever you need on you. So you have weight on you, right? And you're carrying that weight. Your legs are dead already. Oxygen's low. To the left is at that point, it's 14,000 feet. You're 14,000 feet in the air. To the left is a 14,000 foot drop.
Okay.
Right? You have literally nothing to hold you up. Nothing to keep your balance. It's just you, right? And there's a lot of them that like shake.
Yeah.
Right. So you're super terrified, right? Like I was terrified, and I was also kind of out of it.
Yeah. Wait, so like you guys were already like higher up than you guys have went before?
Yeah. So I had never experienced that like low oxygen before, right? So you're extremely out of it, and if you make one mistake, one even wrong step, you're dead. Like, and that's no joke. You are honestly dead.
Makes sense, yeah.
So thankfully, I was super focused that time, and we got past it. It was around 10-15 minutes of that, right? Honestly, 10-15 minutes of just pure stress.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been more stressed out in my life, right? Because I'm like, if I take one wrong step, I'm dead. If my brother and my dad were there, I'm like, if any of them take one wrong step, they're dead, right? So you're constantly like
having to pay, like you have to be like alert and focused.
Exactly, yeah. So then we get past there, thankfully. Then it's the final stretch. It's like a 1 mile just straight incline. It's safe, right? There's no way, like, if anything, if you fall back, you're kind of in trouble, but that's it. Like close to, like on the sides of you, there's rocks and everything.
Oh,
so you're
okay.
fine. But you can see the top from here. At that point of time, I had so little oxygen and so little energy. I was blanking out, right? I was losing consciousness. So it was about a 20-minute walk. I remember 5 minutes of it. For 5 minutes, my eyes were open. The rest 15 minutes, my eyes were like partially closed. Like they were just like closed or like that, or just closed completely. Yeah. Right. And I was like swaying like that, right? My brother's like, he's gonna die today, straight up. Like I could tell. So we reached the top, right? Thankfully, we reached the top. I just sit down. That was the biggest mistake I made, right? Because when you're tired and you sit down, your body's like, okay, I can relax. The second I got back up, my body was like, you're not getting back up. Sit back down right now, bro. So I fell back. And I call that's the one place you get connection. Oh, okay. Is on the top. Makes sense, yeah. Other than that, there's no connection. So my dad calls my mom, and I'm so out of it. I'm talking to my mom. My mom's like, "Congrats, Beta, you made it. You did it. Good job." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling good, Mom. I don't think I'm gonna make it, right?" And my mom's like, she instantly panics, right? So on the way, do you know what goo shots are?
Not really, no.
Okay, so it's basically just a shot of energy. It's just goo that you like drink, And it's just energy.
Oh, is it just like
That's
vitamins or something?
Kind of,
Okay.
kind of. It's literally just shots of energy to get you. So I took one of those. I took a. Do you know what the altitude sickness medicines are? I'm blanking on the name right now.
I know like the ones for like motion sickness and like airplane sickness, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I took one of them. I'm blanking on the name right now, but I took one of them. I start to regain consciousness, right? And I'm like, okay, it's the way back. I've already done this. It's a decline. I got this, right? I talked myself into it. I'm there. So we go down. We start heading down, right? We're the last people to reach the top.
Okay.
No more people are allowed
Okay,
up
like
because
what time did you guys like reach the top?
it was around 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
We started at 1 a.m.
Wow. Wait till like 1 a.m. till like 3 p.m.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. So just to give you a time estimate, okay? It's around 3. It's hot. So super, super hot,
Yeah.
right? So we start heading down. And about a mile in on the way back down, we find two girls that are, one of them was like 20 something, they're both in their 20s, right? And they are not in good shape. Like they look super sick, right? So we asked them like, "What, are you okay?"
Yeah.
So they had come there with a group, but the group left.
Oh, sure.
And it was just these two. And what they did was, I don't know where they got this idea from, but they took raw meat. First off, if you're ever listening to this, never hike with raw meat and never eat raw meat while you're hiking. It just doesn't make sense. And also in the heat, never. And make sure you have a lot of water.
Yeah,
One was
water,
really
yeah.
dehydrated and had altitude sickness, and the other was like food poisoning.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Right? So first what we did was we told them don't eat any more meat, like none of that,
Yeah.
right? And then we waited with them, gave them some medicine, gave them the altitude medicine, gave them some goo for energy, and we're like, gave them some water, like, are you guys okay, right? My dad was like, do you guys want us to stay with you guys? And mind you, we're 15,000 feet in the air, right? We're getting close to the point where one wrong step and it's death, right? You're dropping 14,000 feet. So we get there and we're like, do you guys want us to stay with you guys? Or do you guys want to come with us? And they're like, no, it's fine. And then my dad like starts walking and he's like, no, we
We're not
can't.
good, yeah.
Because honestly, they would have died. The situation they were with, the dehydration they were with,
Yeah.
they
Wait,
wouldn't
like,
have
how
lasted.
would their like group just leave them like that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
man.
like that's why. That's
Like that's so messed up.
yeah, that is messed up. Yeah.
But I honestly don't know why they did that. But like we're like, yeah, if we leave them here, they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Just because when you're up there at night, more than anything, it gets so cold, right? And we learned that the hard way. I'm gonna continue in this story.
Yeah.
This is a long story. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's
No,
a really long
it's
story.
great. It's great.
But we start going down, and we're approaching the 15-minute walk, drop to death
Okay. Yeah.
portion. And when we get there, at one point in time, like from where we found the girls to that point, every 5 minutes we had to stop because one of them had to throw up. Right? That's how bad situation they were. Like I swear to God, dude, these people, like both of these girls were literally.
Wait. So like, were they walking with you guys back?
Yeah,
or? Oh, okay.
yeah. We took us with them, and
Oh, did they take a break like on the 15-minute like?
yeah, they did.
Okay.
So that's when we had to be the most careful,
Yeah.
right? Because they were throwing up.
Yeah.
When you're throwing up and
Like you're kind of like you're kneeling and like hunched.
you're
yeah.
kneeling and you're also hurling things out of your
Yeah.
body, right? We're like, dude, she's gonna hurl herself off the cliff, bro.
Yeah.
So we had to like hold on to their backpacks,
Uh,
right, to make sure they don't fall.
yeah.
More than that, we're like terrified ourselves,
Yeah.
right? So we're like, okay, just please be safe.
Yeah.
My dad has a rope ready in case we have to tie all of us together, right, to walk. Because they couldn't even walk at one point in time. So thankfully we make it past that point, and now we're approaching about an hour into the 99 switchbacks. The thing about the switchbacks is on the way up, it's your thighs are killing. Because it's just incline walking on rocks, right? So your thighs are dead. On the way down, your knees are gonna be in so much pain because you have to like jump off a rock every now and then, right?
Yeah.
So your knees are gonna be in pain. So it took us some time to get there, but we reached the 99 switchbacks. By the time we reached the 99 switchbacks, it was like it had started to get late at night. All right. And the thing about this is in I forgot where it's exactly located. East Tulare County. Okay, East Tulare County. The thing about there is we went in the summer. It was July 4th. It wasn't July 4th. This one was August 8th. Okay. So at that time, in the day, really, really hot. I'm talking 90, 100 hot.
Yeah.
At night, negative.
Yeah, it's like freezing.
Like literally freezing.
Yeah.
And mind you, we came prepared to just finish it in the daytime, right? We didn't have any freezing cold
Yeah, you
clothes
didn't have like
ready.
jackets or anything. Yeah.
We had t-shirts. We had one jacket. I was wearing the one jacket and one pair of pants. 99 switchbacks, we're getting there. It's freezing cold, right? It's starting to get freezing cold. And we didn't have gloves, but we were holding on to, like the hiking poles?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were holding on to them. They start getting so cold, right? And our fingers start freezing. So what we did was we had extra pairs of socks, and we put those socks over our hands, right? And every 5 minutes, every time we needed a water break, what we would do is we would all just huddle up together to like bundle some heat from just body heat, right? Like there's still, both the girls are still really bad. Like one of them is getting in better condition. The other one is she's
Like the
she's
one who
not
was
looking
throwing
good.
up, or
Yeah, she's not looking good. We make it past the 99 switchbacks, freeze to death. Like we're freezing, like super freezing, right? We make it past. We get to the halfway point, right? At this point, it's pitch black, dark. You can't see too much, right? It's I think it was 8 degrees with 55 miles per hour winds, right? I was freezing, right? It was just horrible, right? Like my legs were dead. My The thing is, when you're like in that situation, and I had no idea. This is kind of what I learned there. When you're in a situation where you're helping someone, and they're in like a worse state than you are, you forget about yourself, right? Like I forgot all about my problems because I was like, I have to focus on her because if I don't, she's gonna die.
Exactly.
Right. So we're walking, and then this is around 12 at night. Okay, so like negative temperatures, 55 miles per hour winds, and pitch black, and we got lost. Right. We walked down this path, and we're like, this doesn't seem familiar, right? Because there's no like, it's all just wild.
Do you guys have flashlights or no?
We had flashlights, but after a point, like we had headlamps too, But after a point in time, like you can't, if you don't see things that are familiar, right? You're like,
You're kind of like lost,
yeah. Because it's not like a trail that at that point we were following.
Yeah.
So we were just super lost, super scared, right? We go back to the half point, and we're just like, let's think about where we are. Take a minute, just breathe, right? Everyone calm down. My dad, he admits this today. He didn't tell us then, but he admits this. He's like, at that point, I thought we were gonna die that night, just because either of hypothermia, lost food, or just exhaustion.
Yeah.
Right. There was one point I specifically remember. One of the girls, she was like standing up. This crazy breeze of wind comes over and just knocks her down. Right, just straight up, like she's just standing up, panting, catching her breath, just collapses because of the wind. Right. I was like holding on to like rocks around me to like make sure that I don't fall over. But it was bad. One of the girls, the girl who was throwing up, the one who was just in really bad condition, she was also out of consciousness. So we were practically like dragging her around.
Yeah.
Right, because she's not in good shape.
Yeah.
we see someone about a mile up.
Okay.
With headlamps.
Yeah.
Like we just see a headlamp. So my dad flashes the SOS signal with his headlight, and he flashes it back. Right. So we're like, okay, we're not alone. Right. We're not alone.
Yeah.
You know, this was around like 1 at night. We finally got some sense of hope.
Yeah. At least there's someone else there.
Yeah. Like we're not alone. We're not gonna. At least we think we're not gonna die. You know. In the back of our mind, everyone thought it was our last night.
Yeah.
So we walk up, try to flash the signal again. No response. Now we're back into like panic mode.
Yeah.
You know, even though like internally you can panic, externally you can't show it. Right? You just have to stay calm. You know, try to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Right? Even though internally you're like, I'm dead. This is it. You know, I love you, mom. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Right? But we walked up about a mile, and we found tents. I promise you, I've never felt more hope in my life than that moment. When you see a tent, you're like, people,
Shelter. Yeah.
humans, shelter, something, right?
Life.
Yeah, exactly, life. So these people were all, they had decided they were going up the route, but they were doing like day trips.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right, so they weren't doing it all in one day.
I mean, I know a lot of people who do that for like when they like climb up like a Himalaya or something.
Yeah. So they were doing day trips. We wanted to just do it in a day.
Yeah.
So we asked one of them, like, we have this girl with us. She's going to die, right? Can we use one of these tents to just give her some shelter? And they're like, yeah, of course, right? They were really nice people. I'm so glad they were nice people. They give her some food, some coffee, help her get some water, give her a tent and a shelter. Both the girls, they go in there, and they're like, do you guys want to stay? My dad at first was like, no, we got to get back, right? Like, let's try to get back. We start walking, and we're just lost, right? Now it's just me, my dad, and my brother. We're just lost, right? And we try going the path, we try walking, we try figuring out where we are. Nothing, right? The one thing that threw us off was there was a waterfall, right? Because a lot of the ice that melts turns into this waterfall, right? And it's freezing cold water.
Yeah.
So we hadn't heard the waterfall on the way up, and now we're like,
well, this is like something different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is throwing us off. So we walk, just try to go, and then we're like, yeah, this is not it. We're going down the wrong path.
Yeah.
So my dad, after a point in time, was like, okay, let's just go see if they have any more room in the tent. Just let's try to get some sleep. Let's see this in the morning when there's light.
Yeah.
Right. So we do that. We get, God bless the soul of the man who gave us the tent. Because he was leaving. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get to the top so I can see the sunrise from there.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, can we use your tent? He's like, yeah, of course. Right, so 3 people in a 1-person tent, right? Me, my dad, and my brother. Mind you, I was 195 pounds then, right? So I'm relatively big, because I didn't have too much muscle. It was a lot of fat.
Yeah.
So me, my dad, and my brother, 3 people fit in a 1-person tent. We just huddle up, right? Because it's cold. We're just all of us huddle up, and we just get like 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So we're forgetting all of our problems. We're just trying to get some sleep. We wake up at sunrise. Okay, yes, let's go. Right? We find the route. It was actually the same route. We just didn't know that the ice melted. Yeah, okay. And turned into the waterfall. Okay. So that threw us off. We find the same route. The girls are coming with us too. Everything just seems to be going good. Right? We're finally like, okay, we're safe. We know where to go. We know what to do. We're exhausted to a point of no belief, but it's okay. We know what to do, right? So we're down there. We're going up. Both the girls are feeling a lot better now. My brother and I, we're not feeling bad. My dad's feeling good. We finally get to a point where we're about not half an hour, like 2 hours away from reaching the bottom, and we get some signal. So first thing we do with the signal is we call my mom, right? My mom. Mind you,
oh my God, I didn't even think of it.
Exactly,
She's expecting you guys to come back the same day.
We told her we'd be back by 11 at night.
Yeah.
and we'd give her a call from the hotel.
Yeah.
And dude, the last thing I said to my mom
Is I don't feel
good.
Holy crap.
My mom is
Terrified,
terrified. She thought we were dead. Like, she till this day doesn't like talking about this because she thought it was over. Right? She had her friends over, like they were all trying to figure out what to do. She'd called like 911. She tried to file a missing persons report. They're like, yeah, we can't do an investigation or nothing until 72 hours, stuff like that. So my mom is super terrified, right? We call her, we're alive. She is terrified.
Oh my god.
She is super angry. But she's just like, okay, at least they're alive, right?
Yeah.
We make it to the bottom. We drop the girls off at their hotel. We drive home. Tired as hell, right? Just exhausted. And honestly, just thinking about life. Like, we're like, oh, man.
Bro, dude, just imagine if you didn't meet those people with the tent. And like you just
I wouldn't be here today.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I'm being very honest.
Yeah,
I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I would freeze to death or something, or I'd fall off a cliff or something. But no, dude. Oh my god, that was such a like intense moment.
Yeah. At least like thank God you guys like brought the girls along with you because
yeah, they would have. Like for us, there was a chance our bodies would have been found. Them, no, probably not too much, because the place where they were sitting was about.
It was like close to the top,
this
right?
length.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. So there was about this length. So they're sitting here, right? So they take about half of the area. If they get like sick and freeze, they're falling off. That's like a 15,000 feet drop. No one's gonna find this body.
Yeah.
So we got them back to their group. They still send us postcards to this day. Like, they're really nice people, both of them.
Wait. Did the group like say like why they left them or like?
Apparently they were like traveling in pairs.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
Oh.
I don't know, but yeah. I couldn't walk for like 2 days after, dude. My legs were so dead because we'd walked for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then after that, another 8 hours. So it was like 24.
It was like 32 hours then.
I'm thinking of like miles compared to hours.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like 26 miles in 32 hours. So it was just tiring.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exhausting. Yeah. Mentally, physically, both.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that is a crazy long story.
That is a crazy long story. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think I've heard about this, but at least I'm glad that you guys are okay and those girls are okay. And yeah, whoever gave you guys that tent, like, that's a savior right there.
God bless him.
Yeah,
For that.
100%.
Man, dude. What are we done with the episode?
It's already like 15 minutes. Yeah, I feel like that's like gonna be like the most part of the episode, anyways. But yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't want to like say it like that, but I feel like people will like somewhat have like an instance where it's like a reality check, like a reality wave.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like in everyone's point in time, there's always gonna be like maybe like a near death experience or yeah. But just to think about like that situation and just like how people can get into that situation in the first place, it's crazy.
Do you have a near death experience you want to talk about?
I mean,
if you're comfortable.
I mean, that was like I feel like right here was probably like my most near death because like it was really bad.
That is very close.
Like,
yeah.
No, but I mean like you could like legit like see my skull and stuff. Like it was.
Oh really? Yeah, it was a bad.
It was
cut.
bad. Like it wasn't even like this small. It was like the whole entire like.
Yeah.
So
wow.
like it was bad. Yeah.
That's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I know my mom was like extremely terrified and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean like you said earlier, I don't know if I should be like if it's a good thing but it's good that it happened here and not here.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god. Like, dude, if there's one thing I value the most in my life, it's my eyes. Like that's the one thing I value.
Yeah.
Like if it's like like another body part, like sure, like like obviously I'll still be sad, but like bro, my eyesight is like one thing that I just I can't live without. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thankful about that. Yeah. I mean I've had like other injuries as well, like we're going to like a tile store, like a tile company to like redo like our floors and stuff, and like I know like this like one guy who was like moving a piece of tile and like it hit me like right here.
Ooh.
Yeah, like the edge of it. It hit me like legit right there. So I had like another scar or something right there. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of close injuries with my face.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah. And I feel like that like must have happened to you playing basketball too. Like basketball injuries on the face are so common, dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, and even like as a ref. Yeah, cause like oh
Really?
my god, dude. No, I remember I was like roughing like a middle school. Like not me. Like it didn't happen to me, but like it was like a player. Like I was roughing I think maybe 8th grade or something.
Okay.
And I think it was like happening like near like kind of like the baseline on the other side, like where they're like passing in the ball like
Okay.
from one team. And like the teammate, he tries to catch the ball, like the opposite team, like they threw it out, and he was like trying to like run for it to like try to just like save it in, like from it going out onto the sideline, and like he was running for it, and like like just to let you guys know, we were doing this in Sutter Middle School, and like the benches are like right there, like there's no space between like the benches and like the sideline, so he was like running towards it, trying to like save the ball, like as he was running, like he saved it. But bro, like literally his back, like like the edges of like the bleachers and stuff, how there's like that silver like edge to kind of like close it. Yeah, like literally his back hit that silver edge. Yeah, and like literally he was just like knocked out.
Yeah.
For like like 10 minutes, and then like I know like a lot of kids were like coming up, and like I blew my whistle, say like, hey, like give him space, and I just like call like the coach and maybe his parents and stuff to come and check him out. So yeah.
No.
Yeah, but bro, dude, I felt like I was like, dude, like that guy could have got like seriously like injured or worse. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean,
dude, basketball games are like
especially as a ref, dude. Like, cause like you have to like pay attention to like
exactly. It's like your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've never refed, but I like for playing situation. I remember there was one game where I got body slammed into metal chairs. I was doing a fast break. Some guy comes up. Like he was trying, like you just try to like get a loose ball foul.
Yeah.
Right? He tried to do that, but dude was big, a lot bigger than I was, and he was kind of mad. So I'm dribbling the ball. He grabs me around both my arms, so I can't move. Right, so my arm like pinned like this.
Stuck,
like twirls me and slams me into a bunch of metal chairs. I'm like, oh man,
that sucked.
Thanks, bro. And my coach had the best reaction. He's like, all right, do some push-ups. Really? I just got body slammed into a chair. You want me to do push-ups now? It's like, you gotta get your head into the game.
Like what?
I just got my back broke, man. What are you talking about?
Wait, what grade was it?
4th grade.
And coach said that? Like, if it was a high school coach, like, maybe, but like,
No, he's like, you're good. Because my parents were both there. And he's like, no, he's good. He's good. Don't worry about him. And the coach was like, all right, do some push-ups.
He's just looking directly at that coach if he's watching.
We lost the game anyways. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, everyone has their own traumatic story, but yeah.
They're fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like once you're done with that experience,
well, like you have something to show.
They're fun to talk about.
Yeah.
Right? Because like everyone has some like unique stories to themselves.
Exactly.
Right? At the time, they're like, I hate this, but afterwards, when you're just talking about it, it's like it's fun, right? Because you can hear everyone else's unique story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at least it's like a step closer to getting to know me and SANKALP, a bit
exactly.
closer. So.
Now you guys know our traumatic experience, at least some of them.
Yeah. Well, because SANKALP hasn't heard about my head injury, and I never heard about your hiking injury. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to do it for the video portion since we've been going on for quite a bit. So again, also if you guys have stories and stuff that you guys want to talk about and want to be on the podcast, let us know. We're more than happy. Even on like the live episodes, we're, like if you guys want to join us even for the live sessions, we can add you on.
Yeah. If your story is unfiltered or it would best be told unfiltered, then feel free to join.
Most of our live streams are unfiltered anyways. So,
exactly. We do one filter, one unfiltered. And we keep all of the filtered one on our Instagram, so you can go back and check those ones out too. If you would just like to see what it's like, just get a good look. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. Even our filtered ones are a lot of fun. But it's whatever you guys prefer.
Yeah. And that's gonna do for us on this episode. So season 3, episode 2. got
Thanks
it
for
done.
listening to
And yeah,
us.
thanks for listening. I know it was a lot to take in, but
Yeah.
definitely it gets a step closer to knowing both of us a bit better.
Exactly, yeah.
See you
And
guys.
tune into the audio portion.
Exactly.
Who knows? You might get to know us better.
Exactly, yeah. Who knows what's going to happen there. But anyways, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.